hear you say that you think no matter what happens this year, we're going to have an excellent school system. And I don't disagree with you because I think the teachers we have are great. Very experienced, awesome, work a lot of overtime. If we had to pay them overtime like we pay the cops, they'd be making $250,000 a year too. But my question is, let me say this hypothetical, if we had lots of money, like, if we were still booming, would you be advocating a level services budget, like if there wasn't a problem? Or do you believe that a 2% budget is the way we should go? Just you as the school committee member.
Well, a level services budget is about 6%.
Right.
6% increase. Would we like to have that? Yes, we would.
Okay.
It hasn't happened
right.
in many years. We've never had an increase that large.
I agree. So my question is, when you go, and I understand, I think it's totally right that the budget subcommittee and even the school committee sits around and talks about what the plan will be when the man behind the curtain, aka Mike Driscoll, tells us we're only getting 2%. Great. We need to have that plan. I think you're doing all the great work for it. I think Ann's done a lot of work. I think it's been awesome, but choices suck at those levels. But when you go to vote on what you want to ask for a budget, are you going to ask for 2 or are you going to ask for 6? What's your vote going to be? And if you're just asking for 2, because that's what Mike Driscoll is whispering in your ear, then I don't know why we need a school committee.
Well, the last time Mike Driscoll whispered in my ear, he said 0%. That's where he starts from.
He's nuts.
And then we go up from there.
He's nuts.
So
I think Mike Driscoll is
do our
completely
best
nuts.
to get
That's what I think.
2%, more than 2%.
Does no one else think that?
There are emphasize that there are a couple of pieces, big pieces to this financial puzzle that we don't know yet. And the town appropriation is one of the big pieces.
I think if the town of Watertown knew that he was saying
And
0, he would be fired. Is there a way to fire him? Seriously.
From the town. We will push for as much as we possibly can get from the town. And the other piece, there's a state grant program that we're hoping to get more money from that. And there's some other issues around, as you may know, a memorandum of agreement with the union. There's some issues around that. So there's a number of different pieces that we still have to look at.
And I totally agree. I understand that. We don't know the circuit breaker. We don't all know that. But I guess when you say we're going to push for things, I don't know what that means. When it comes down to the vote, are you going to vote to request from town council 6%? Or are you going to say, oh, we're only going to get 2, so that's all we're going to ask for? I understand real politics. It's why I hate Barack Obama now, right? He's making deals to get something done. But I want to know if you're going to stand, I want to know what your principle is. And then tell me if you're not going to stand on it. Do you have a principle that I want level services, actually I want more, I want level services, and that's what I'm going to vote for. And I know Mike's not going to give me that, but I'm going to ask for it anyway, damn it.
And what would be the point of that?
Because shouldn't Mike Driscoll know
Why
that?
do we need you? Really tell me. I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but why do we need you?
That's why we voted for you.
Yeah, that's why we voted for you.
We could ask for 8%. We're not going to get 8%. No town department gets 8%.
No, but I'd feel a lot better about my school committee if I felt they were advocating for us by asking for what we need, not just for what we're going to get.
And we are advocating for as much as we think we can get and what we need. Would we like to get 6%? Yes, we would. Absolutely.
Then ask for it.
About that, and we will push for as much as we can possibly get. But there's a political reality, there's a fiscal reality that we also have to work within. And so it happens every year. It happens every year. In the past years, the most I think we've ever gotten in the last 10 or so years would be in the kind of 3 to 4% range that we've ever gotten from the town in terms of town appropriation. That was in better fiscal times. We will do the best we can to get as much as we possibly can for the schools. Absolutely. We will push as hard as we can. That's our job. That's what you elected us to do, and that's what we will do. I'll make that pledge. I will push as hard as I possibly can. And everybody else in the school committee is going to do the same thing. They're going to push as hard as they possibly can to get the most for the schools. And that's the best we can do. That's the best we can do.
Yeah, I would just like to say that I think John was on the spot there. But I would just like to reiterate, what John said. The reason we're on the school committee is to push for the schools and to get money for the schools. And I think the school committee has been very successful in that endeavor. As a matter of fact, if you spoke with any town council member, they will tell you that every single extra penny
Goes to the school.
that has come from this town above what is allocated to the normal resources has gone to the schools. And that's because people like John and Tony Little, who have served on the school committee for many, many years, has gone in and argued with Mr. Driscoll. Very heated arguments to try to get as much money as they possibly can for the schools. And that is going to continue. I pledge to you that that will continue. I mean, I graduated from Watertown High School. I love Watertown. And I love this school system. My son graduated from Watertown High. He's graduating from Tufts in May. And he's one of the best advocates you will ever have for the Watertown Public Schools. We are going to continue to fight for the schools. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, so